I know,
amplify.
I know. But
And you know how to use your diaphragm.
we'll all be very quiet.
I've
and
never
we can
been
still
quiet
hear
a
them.
day in my life.
Yeah.
But not everyone has the same experience. So.
I think it'll be okay. Everyone will just be listening very closely.
Yep. Not bad.
Crossing, okay. Well, very good. Well, that's good. Well, it seems we have a change in the program. Vincenzo is not going to be here on this week. So we'll move right along then. We have a magic show from Kriskowski. Here's some magic tricks. Pull a rabbit out of a hat.
Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for being here at our Project Search Open House for our programs in Montgomery and Chester counties. For all of you who are joining us via live stream, welcome. So glad you could join us. The chat function should be live. If there are questions or comments, feel free to comment in the chat. For those of you in the audience today, please feel free to ask questions throughout the event, and we'll be sure to answer them as we go. I would like to first go over some of the things that we're going to be discussing tonight. You're going to have the opportunity to meet the steering committee. We are the folks that pretty much guide the program day to day, year to year, and we're really looking forward to you getting to know the members of our steering committee. After that, very exciting, you're going to get to hear from all 5 of our current interns in Project Search this year at Phoenixville Hospital. After they complete their presentations, we are also going to hear from one of our graduates who graduated our programs a few years ago, and he's going to be able to tell you about how the program has impacted his life. After that, you're going to learn a little bit about how the program operates, and very importantly, how you get to apply for the program for next year. So let's get started with introducing the steering committee. If steering committee members could come forward so that you can introduce yourselves, I would appreciate it. So bear with us for 1 second as people come forward. You're gonna come up to the podium. Okay, I know it's hard to figure out where to place everybody, but it's okay. So first I'm going to start with Phoenixville Hospital. Unfortunately, our representative, Barbara O'Connor, could not be with us for the beginning of our presentation today. Hopefully she'll be joining us in a few minutes. But Barbara O'Connor is our host business liaison here at Phoenixville Hospital. We have had Project Search at Phoenixville Hospital since the year 2000. The year 2010. Sorry, I've dated us a little bit too old. But 2010, we started the Project Search program here at Phoenixville Hospital. They have been a tremendous partner with us over the years and have done so much to support this program to be as effective and as successful as it has been for many years. So we're very thankful to Phoenixville Hospital for that support. Next, I will invite Sharon Skirky to come forward. Sharon and I are both from KenCrest. My name is Allie Smale, and I'm the Director of Employment Programs at KenCrest.
Hi, my name is Sharon Skirky, and I'm the supervisor of the employment program. It's been a joy to work with the interns, and I look forward to helping and assisting them and their families to find employment after Project Search.
And now we'll hear from OVR.
Oh my God. Hi everyone, my name is Allison Heineman. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't think about that. My name is Allison Heineman. I'm a vocational rehabilitation counselor in Montgomery County for OVR.
Hi, I'm Lindsay Martin. I am the vocational rehabilitation counselor for OVR in Chester County. And we help with the interns with, the Project Search process and supporting them through the program.
Thank you, OVR. And last but not least, we do have members from the county MHIDD office. So those are the offices that help support people for long-term supports. And we have Janice Austin from Chester County and Courtney Ketchum from Montgomery County. Neither could be with us tonight, unfortunately. They are viewing us online on the live stream, so we welcome them and thank them for their service and their assistance. And that is our steering committee. We will be available to you after the presentation. If you have questions, feel free to come up to any one of us to ask those questions. Okay? Thank you. And now we would like to introduce our on-site team.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming. My name's Mark Houck, as you see up there, and I get to work with all these great interns every day, and it's really a joy. They're wonderful to work with. They're eager to learn, and they get along really well, and it's a great program to work with. I'm really glad that I've had the opportunity to work with Project Search. And now,
Hi everyone, my name is Tyler Mccready. I'm the on-site skills trainer at Project Search at Phoenixville Hospital. So anytime the interns launch into a new job at the hospital, I am there to train them and make sure that they're learning their jobs and that they're working up to standards. And then throughout their rotation, I'm checking in on them and making sure that things are going smoothly. And if they have any questions or they need a new tool, I'm pretty much always hard at work trying to make sure I come up with something for them. So we've got a great crew, and I can't wait to see what they do throughout the year.
Thank you. Our on-site team is absolutely phenomenal. They come to this program with multiple years of experience, either in Project Search or in special education and transition. So it has really led to some really fantastic outcomes and an incredibly successful program. So eligibility requirements. I think that's going to be me now. So for eligibility, just wanted to let people know who was eligible to apply for this program. So one, all of our applicants need to be at least 18 years of age or older, okay? Typically because that is the age when they could be potentially employed and where, from a legal perspective, it's easier for them to work in clinical and corporate environments. They need to be in their final year of high school. And I want to be really clear about this. For the students that we serve, that final year of high school could come at different times. Whatever your family has deemed to be the final year, whether it's the year that they're turning 21 and exiting the program, or if they're exiting at a different time, that's fine. But it must be their last year of high school. The reason for that is the expressed outcome of Project Search is paid community-based employment. So we want young people to exit the program and go directly into some sort of paid community work. If they needed to return to high school, that wouldn't necessarily be possible. You need to be eligible for OVR services. If you have questions about that, we do have representatives from OVR, and they can help you to understand exactly what that means. You need to be able to demonstrate appropriate social and communication skills. Now, clearly, we understand that we are here to support students who may have specific support needs. We completely understand that. But we are looking for interns who can communicate with independence. That does not necessarily mean using words that are verbally expressed, but that they can adequately communicate with others, and that they have the social skills to be independent in a work site. We want individuals who can take direction. They are learning lots of new skills day in and day out at the program, and that's going to mean receiving a lot of direction. It could be receiving direction from our skills trainer, from our instructor, from the program mentors in the departments where they will be working. So people need to be able to take direction well. People need to be able to use restrooms and cafeterias with independence. They must have a desire to work in either a clinical or a corporate setting. Maybe not long-term, but our Project Search programs exist in corporate and clinical settings. So if people really have no interest in spending any time in those kinds of environments, then Project Search may not be a good match for them. If they want something else that long-term, that's absolutely fine. But for the Project Search year, they would be working in those environments. Post-high school outcome must be paid community employment. We're going to talk a little bit more about that because a lot of people tend to have some questions, so hopefully we'll be able to flesh that out for you. We do have a number of required clearances that are required to work with our host businesses, which is the case for most employers these days. Support is given to you to apply for those clearances and receive that information. And also the cost of those clearances is absorbed by the program, not yourselves. And then lastly, we will need proof of vaccination status as well as having an annual flu shot. So those are our requirements. For the Project Search Day, we have, I believe, Mark. Let me get out of your way, Mark.
Oh, sorry. Hello again. What you see up here, I'm going to go through the schedule. This is Monday through Friday. As you see, the interns arrive at 8 a.m. And then for that first hour from 8 to 9, as you see, participate in academic instruction and focus on life and employment skills in the Project Search Office. There is a like say a pre-written curriculum that we follow that's written by the staff out at Cincinnati who originated the program. Okay, they have a complete program. It's in a book. There's all kinds of activities in there, all kinds of great stuff, and it's just a matter of me implementing it into the program and trying to address individual skills and things that I see that need to be kind of reinforced. So then at 9 to 2, they participate in the job training program. That's where they go to their rotation and they complete all the tasks that are assigned to them. And in there, they'll have like a half-hour lunch somewhere around 11:30 to 12. And usually I like to meet with them over lunch and kind of get a guide or a beat on how their day has been going so far, and that's always good. Like I said, 30-minute lunch, and then at 2 o'clock, we come back and we kind of do like sometimes I have them do a self-reflection in their journals, because that's also one of their goals for their IEP programs. But also, too, it's just like a debriefing for the day. How did it go? Any challenges? You know, things like that. And they share, and we discuss them and possibly see how we can make it better the next time. And at times, too, they share good experiences as well. So it's a combination of both. So that's a pretty action-packed day. Okay. All right.
Thank you. Tyler, I believe you're next.
Yes.
All right, so I just wanted to take a moment to go through the calendar for the school year. This does follow a school schedule, so the program begins in September and goes all the way up into June, just like your normal school year. The year is split into 3 distinct rotations. So the interns, when they come to Project Search, they'll get the opportunity to try 3 different jobs throughout the year. First rotation goes from September to December. We have a long Christmas break to rest and get ready for the second bout. And then from January to March, we rotate into our different second internship. And then we have our last one at the end of the year at the same time when we begin to do job development. So at that point, the interns will begin to start building their resumes, any other tools that will help them in their job search, and they will receive job development services from KenCrest to get that support from job seekers and, well, job coaches to find that right job for them after they leave the program. Between the rotations, we do have some downtime where they spend some time in our workshop, in our communal kind of project search team headquarters, I guess. Trying very hard not to call it a classroom because that's not what it is. We're moving into the working world and we're starting to transition from school to employment. And then we do end the program and we have a graduation kind of celebratory ceremony for those of the interns who will be receiving their diplomas. That would happen then. But it's just a way to cap off the year and have one last reunion with everyone, all the friends that we've made at the hospital throughout the year. All right, thank you.
Thank you. Wonderful. Hang on, don't go away.
That's me too. Okay. So now I'm going to talk to you about the kinds of different jobs we have at the Phoenixville Hospital. This year, we're in a unique situation, at least for me anyway, with my experience in Project Search, where we have many more job opportunities than we have interns. So there's a lot to choose from. Some of the places that we've worked in, had interns placed at the hospital are the emergency room. We have an intern currently you'll hear from who's in the nursing units, helping the nurses with patients getting water and restocking supplies. We have an intern currently in the cancer center who is doing something similar, helping the patients, cleaning, restocking supplies. We have the Women's Health Pavilion in the past. That is a rotation that will be available later in this year and in future years as well. The Dietary Department, we have an intern there placed currently, and you'll hear all about what he does. Housekeeping. Materials management, that's the central supply stockroom of the hospital. We have an intern there currently, and he's making deliveries to all the departments in the hospital. We have had interns in marketing as well as with the volunteer department. So there's a lot of different opportunities for the interns to try a job. Depending on how their jobs are structured, they may get to try working in more than just 3 departments. There are ways to kind of structure their day so that they try a lot more than just 3 departments. So I just wanted to make that clear. Next slide. Thank you.
Okay, so for what many of you might have been waiting for, let's meet some of our interns. First up. I'm gonna get out of your way, Jake. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jake Bello. I'm currently 19 years old and the one who will be giving this presentation to you today. Well, I'm actually from right here in Phoenixville, Pennsylvania, because I've lived here basically my whole life. I was attracted to this program because I really wanted to obtain the skills I needed to obtain a job in the future, preferably in like a stockroom. I really enjoy this program so far because the skills I'm learning right now could really benefit me in the long run. I don't really care that I'm not getting paid for this because I think skills are more valuable than money. My current job rotation, as of the day of this presentation, is in materials management, which you've just heard about. We're in the main stockroom delivering supplies everywhere throughout the hospital. So every day I have to fill out orders for various departments that need supplies. We have these little handhelds that let us download orders right to them so we can fill out our orders from there. They also have these little scanners built in for when people go to these PAR areas where they must stock materials of in a certain number. There can't be any more or any fewer. I also might have to restock shelves in the main stockroom that might be low on critical supplies. So I've been trained to use a set of box cutters that I use for stuff like that. I also have a chance to take out all the trash and recycling that builds up throughout the day. There's a large red wheeled bin inside the stockroom that fills up with cardboard as the day goes on, and then I have to like take it out and head to a large dumpster to like get rid of it. Well, I think any future interns could really benefit from this program because it gives them the opportunity for hands-on job experience in a number of locations like the hospital. I thank you for listening to my presentation today.
My name is Lily Wagner. I am 20 years old. I am from Pottstown, PA. I go to Owenside Roberts High School. I will graduate in the spring of 2022. What attracted me to Project Search? I wanted to try something new. My teacher from Owen Day told me about this program to make new friends and talk about what kind of jobs I would like to do in the future. And what do I think of the program? I think the program is really good. I get to pick what I want to do for my job. We get to leave like at 2:30, and when we do go back, we get to write in our book like what Mark just said to you guys. For right now, I am working at the Cancer Center. I am working in the infusing suite. It helps people who are sick. What do I do each day? I take blood work to the lab. I fill up the blanket warmer. I get them drinks and snacks if they need it. I also get them pillows if they need one. How can future interns benefit from Project Search? They can make new friends during the program. They can try different jobs that they might be interested in. And thank you for listening.
Hello, my name is Zach Perskowski. I am from Collegeville, Pennsylvania. What attracted me to Project Search is getting a job experience in the work field so I can apply it to a future job. How I like the program so far is that I get to experience environmental services and respiratory therapy. My current rotations are environmental services and respiratory therapy. What environmental services does is clean the bathrooms, use a backpack vacuum, sweep the floors, and clean the patient rooms. And respiratory therapy, they supply the respiratory equipment, respiratory machines, and oxygen tanks. What I do each day in environmental services is load the OR carts and the X-ray carts with the right amount of linens. Also, I stock the linen rooms with the right amount of linens in each room.
Check out the next slide.
That's it.
How can future interns? Start there.
Okay. How future interns can benefit from Project Search is getting a bunch of job experiences in the work field, such as at a hospital. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Sherry, and I am 21 years old. I went to school at Springford. I like to read. I like to ride my bike. Past job work experience. I worked at Sweet Berry Bowls restaurant. Skills at work. I made smoothies, panini wraps, and much more at Sweet Berry restaurant. Future career goals. I would like to work as a receptionist at an office industry. Attraction to Project Search. Looking for jobs attracted me to Project Search. My thoughts about Project Search. Project Search is beneficial to me in order to seek jobs for myself, but I still look forward to working in Wegmans and/or Target. Present job. I am currently assigned to the nursing unit of the hospital. Skills at the nursing unit. I refresh water pitchers for the patients in each room. I restock the gloves and ISO gowns near the patient rooms. I restock on items on a linen cart such as pillowcases, bath blankets, thermal blankets, and so on. I also restock the blood draw kits. Benefits of Project Search. Future interns can participate in Project Search by seeking a job based on their interest. There are also a lot of options for each rotation in Project Search.
Now for the clown of this group.
Last but not least.
Alright, so my name is Vincent Giorgio. I am 19 years old. I am this excellent person to be around. I light up a room with laughter, and I have this wonderful girlfriend named Kat. Where am I from? I am from O.J. Roberts High School. I live in Spring City. I can speak 2 different languages. I can speak English and I can speak Italian. I also love playing sports because I'm an energetic person. What attracted you to Project Search? What attracted me to Project Search is to find a good job to work at, that pays well, because the job I'm working at now is full of drama and I don't really like it there, and I just want to find a better place to work at with new people and that pays well. What do I think about the program so far? I think the program is going good because I love the people in food service, and I like to joke around with some of them, and they like to joke around with me. Everyone there loves me and loves how I work. I work at a good pace down there, and I love working with everyone because they treat me all well. And there's this one guy down there that's very tall, and he just calls me Shorty a lot, and I just go with the program. What is my present job rotation? So in food service, I have to clean the chemical room every day and wipe down tables and stock up in the dining room. I also help behind the line, and I sometimes do this thing called Meals on Wheels, where we have to prepare the meals to be brought up to the rooms. And wiping down tables is a purpose for us because of COVID. We don't want to cause any diseases or get anyone sick. And how can future interns benefit from participating in this job? You will learn a lot when you have fun and focus, and the people are great to work with, and you will have lots of fun. And make sure you work hard and make sure you don't miss any days of it, because you just want the fun. And that's my presentation.
Thank you so much to all of our interns. Did you?
Yeah.
There you go.
Thank you.
Thanks so much to all of our interns for their presentations. I hope you enjoyed them and learned a little bit about what our rotations look like here at Project Search and what the benefits of the program are. Along the same lines, we would like you to now meet George Beal. George, you can come up. George is a Project Search graduate. He graduated from our GlaxoSmithKline program, and he's here to tell you a little bit about how Project Search impacted his life.
Thank you, Allie. Hello, my name is George Beal, and I went to Project Search 3 years ago during the 2018-2019 school year. That year, Project Search was located at GlaxoSmithKline in Collegeville. I'd like to thank my job coach, Sharon, for giving me an opportunity tonight to be able to come out and speak to all of you this evening. Project Search was a wonderful internship experience. Over the course of the year, I got to work with several different job departments. For the first rotation, I worked in the concierge and the fitness center. In the concierge, I did AV checks in meeting and quiet rooms, and in the fitness center, I had wiped down sports equipment. For the second rotation, I worked in catering and the dish room utility. For catering, I did dry setting of supplies to take for my mentor to take up to meeting rooms. And in the dish room, I had wash, rinsed, and sanitized dishes and put them back where they belonged. For my final rotation, I worked in the lab and also had the experience of getting some office work. That helped me develop a passionate interest in science and also build upon my computer skills, which I'm currently taking a computer class right now at Montco. At Project Search, I had a lot of skills trainers, classmates and mentors who helped me learn what to do. If I ever had questions or concerns, they were always there for me and always answered me when I needed help. Project Search has helped me learn how to be a good employee and coworker. I learned how to be independent at work and help others on their work if they fell behind. I learned how to be on time and ask for time off from work. I learned how to step out of my comfort zone and make decisions on my own. I made a lot of friends, and I still keep in touch with many of them. After I graduated Project Search, I got a job at the Morris Arboretum of the University of Pennsylvania in Chestnut Hill. I work in facilities. And what I do is I clean bathrooms, empty the trash, I clean the areas that are used around the public, and I lock the gardens in the evening. For my job, I was required to learn how to drive a golf cart. And therefore, I had to learn the safety guidelines and pass 6 different safety tests to be able to safely drive the golf cart. Starting at the Morris Arboretum, I was required to learn many new skills, but because of my experience at Project Search, I was prepared to learn many new things. I'm proud to say that here I am, almost 2.5 years in January at the Morris Arboretum, and I've gotten a $1,550 raise in July, and I'm on my way to getting a promotion in the next 2 months. Project Search thank you. And I did want to say Project Search had a positive impact on my life, and since I learned vocational skills in the supportive environment, that has helped me to be ready to work in a large environment and take on big responsibilities. I would encourage everybody to apply to Project Search so that they can gain work experience and find a job in their community when they finish at being the best fit for them. Are there any questions?
Thank you, George. That was awesome.
You're welcome, Allie. I'm glad you liked it, Mark.
Awesome.
Thank you, Allie.
Thank you. Well, I can go home. I don't think I can say anything else that George didn't say. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
So, oh my goodness. George, you're just awesome sauce. I don't know how to follow you. Okay, so let's talk a little bit more about the program and dig a little bit deeper so you can walk out of here knowing a little bit more about what life here at Project Search is like. So on-site staffing support. Although this is a program that you need a lot of independence for, there is a lot of supports available as well. So you met Mark and you met Tyler. Both of those are roles that are on site at Project Search day in and day out. I spend quite a bit of time at Project Search. Sharon Skirky, our supervisor, is also here at Project Search. And our steering committee members spend time here at the hospital, especially our OVR partners. So there is on-site support in addition to all of the mentors that work with our interns within their rotations. Our on-site staff focus on academic skill building. We are still in school, although this is not a school-based program, this is a work-based program. We focus a lot on job skills training and on soft skill acquisition. Job skills are those job skills that you can hopefully transfer to other jobs and other environments in the future. And those soft skills are mostly those social skills that we need to be really successful on a job site. We spend the bulk of our time working on those types of skill building here at Project Search. Next one, thank you. Let's talk about the application process. So for those of you who are here tonight as potential applicants, there are folders. If you didn't get one, they're on the long table out in the lobby. Before you leave, please be sure to grab a folder. For those of you who are participating via the live stream, we will be putting links in the chat for each one of the documents in the application packet. So you will have access to those documents. I'm going to go over each one of the pieces in the application packet and then I'll go through the process. So there is an application letter that just gives you a little bit of information about the overall program and details about the application process itself. It also has my contact information if you should have additional questions. Then you will also find the actual application. It's a few pages long. I apologize for that. We do ask for a lot of information, but that helps us to prepare
for the subsequent steps in the application process. It also allows us to know exactly who to contact for future information that we might need. And last but not least, there's something called a rubric. This is like a scoring sheet that allows us to determine about where somebody is in the skills that they'll need in order to be successful at Project Search. I will let you know that we do not expect that Project Search applicants all score at the upper end of that. It's not necessary. But it's a good way for us to determine exactly where people are in their transition age skills. That's all. But don't look at that and think, oh, because I'm not at the very top of that I can't apply. Don't pay any attention to that. That really doesn't have anything to do with the actual application process, okay? Those are the 3 pieces of documents that are in the packet, and that's all you'll need for the application process. So let's go step by step. Although as family members, you can certainly advocate, we ask that applications be sent in by the transition coordinators at your schools. So by all means, reach out to your transition coordinator or your IEP teacher for assistance to apply. Transition coordinators complete the application and send it to the steering committee representative, that would be me, tasked with receiving the applications. I can receive them either by mail or electronically. The steering committee, you met us early on into this evening's program. We review each application. If an applicant meets the minimal requirements for participation, they will be invited to the interview. So if you remember back to that eligibility list, as long as an applicant meets those criteria for eligibility, they will be invited to take part in the next steps of the process. The next steps include an interview day, which includes a traditional interview. It's likely to be virtual, and a skills evaluation, and that is probably going to be in person. After that is completed, the steering committee comes together and we review the information that we gathered during the interview and the evaluation, and we make the decision on intern selections. Once that is complete, school district and families are notified of the committee's decisions. If you're looking at timeline, we are keeping our application process open until about mid-January. We hope to have the interview and evaluation day sometime in February, early March, which means that hopefully by the end of March, early April at the latest, we would have decisions in place.
Hey, Ally, before you go into your Faqs, do you mind if we have a couple of questions coming through?
That's fine.
Okay.
I hope I can answer them.
I hope so too. So are students eligible the year after their last year of high school? My daughter turns 21 July 2023, so will not be able to remain her in the post-12 program. Would she be eligible for the 23-24 school year?
That's going to be an excellent question to be answered by the school district. We, as of right now, don't exactly know how the COVID pandemic is going to be affecting students exiting school this year. So I think that would be excellent to speak with their school about, and potentially they could let them know that they would be interested in coming back if that is a possibility for next year.
All right, and we have one more.
Okay.
Okay.
Is that okay? Sweating a little bit.
Okay, so would it be possible to email the documents online to attendees as well?
We can. Yes, I can. I believe I can. I'm going to check with Lauren. I can do that, right? Yes. Even after the fact, I can send them out.
Thank you, Ally.
You bet. All right. So, FAQs. I think I'm doing the FAQs. Yeah. Okay. So these are some frequently asked questions that have come up in the past. Oh.
Yeah, we do have another one.
Okay. I'm ready.
How many students are generally accepted each year?
We like to have 8 to 10. That's what we like to have.
Thank you, Ally.
You're welcome. Okay, FAQs. How are rotation assignments determined? So program staff will work with interns to align their skill sets and their career dreams with available rotations. So you saw the rotation list. We are constantly working with the departments here at the hospital to add rotations to that list. And sometimes we're going to find from a department that during a rotation option that had been available in the past might not be available this next rotation because maybe they're in flux or they're moving or something's going on. So we're constantly working with our host business liaison and our department heads to maintain that rotation list. For each rotation, we work with our interns to talk to them about what rotations are available, what their desires are for their next rotation, and helping them, counseling when necessary, help them to align their skills and interests to the rotations that are available. The absenteeism, yes, another one.
Yeah, so this is a continuation of the other question.
Okay.
So it regards to how many are requested each year, but also the question extended to, does it depend by county?
So at this time, we have one confirmed location for next year. That's Phoenixville Hospital. We do have an ongoing agreement with GlaxoSmithKline. Unfortunately, because of the pandemic, their campus in Upper Providence has been greatly impacted. They were not able to offer Project Search this year. They have not confirmed for next year, but they are considering it, and we hope to know in the near future if that is going to be an option. As soon as it is an option, we will let our families know who are individuals and families know who have already entered into the application process, and anyone who we know of that was interested in potentially applying so that they can be kept abreast of that situation. So as of right now, we know that there is one location. There may be two. That said, at this point in time, if you are from Montgomery or Chester counties, you can apply to the Phoenixville Hospital program. If GlaxoSmithKline becomes available, people from either county will have the option to apply to that program as well. I hope that made sense.
One more question also.
Okay, and then I saw you, Vicki.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
I got the impression that the question was sort of somewhat related to is there a certain amount that
Oh, I see.
given to Montgomery?
No, it's not relegated, so we don't have X number of positions per county, if that was the question. Thank you for your clarification.
Does the hospital hire any of the Project Search students for employment after the program is over? Or do you network with other hospitals to employ the students?
So absolutely, Phoenixville Hospital does hire. We have multitudes of graduates. We still have graduates from our very first Project Search year who are still employed here. So they do absolutely employ. In terms of how we manage job development, we develop both internally here at the hospital as well as externally to external employers, dependent upon where the intern lives. So if an intern is coming to us from, say, the Souderton area, we're going to be predominantly job developing for that individual in the Souderton area, in that community. Now, if that person says, I definitely want to work at Project Search, I definitely want to work at Phoenixville Hospital, and I have transportation figured out, fine, then that's not a problem. But we, if they are interested in work at the host business, that's great. But typically, we also work with community businesses in the community where the intern lives. Sometimes that includes other hospital locations or other clinical environments, but that is determined primarily on the career planning that the intern does. Okay, I'm going to jump to the next. Absenteeism, because that's always a question that people have a lot of questions about. And I believe it was Vinny that said, and you should be here every day. And that's because we say to our interns, you should be here every day. So we request that interns participate every day that the program is open. Exceptions include illness, religious holidays, and family emergencies. It is preferred that interns not miss program days for family trips or vacations. And that's because Project Search comes around once in a lifetime. And when you miss days from your rotation, that's missed opportunity. So we ask that families try and plan their trips, their family excursions during time off. There is quite a bit of time when the program is closed,
And that works very well for planning family trips and family excursions. Obviously, we have exceptions. You know, we don't want people showing up when they're not feeling well, religious holidays, and what have you. That completely acceptable. So what if my son or daughter wants to go to college after high school? Valid question, and one we get quite a bit. The primary goal for all of our interns who graduate from Project Search is to pursue paid employment after exiting the program. That is our primary goal. Now, if interns would like to attend some sort of post-secondary education, maybe a technical school, maybe a 2-year degree program, maybe a 4-year college, that is fine. But we do ask that they at least plan to work part-time and pursue education part-time. There's a way to do both, but we would ask that you pursue paid employment after exiting the program. We work really hard to make sure that these young people can get employment after they leave, and we want to help them to achieve that. And then lastly, will my son or daughter have a job by the time they exit the program? As Tyler stated, we begin job development efforts typically around March of every year, where we start to begin focusing not just on what is happening here at Project Search, but helping to put things in place for them to find work at some point in time between then, the end of the program, or after the program ends in June. Job development, oh, hang on. Wait, I want to make sure I hit everything. An intern may have a job prior to exiting, but it is not guaranteed. We have we're allowed until May of the following year to get everyone employed. Our goal is to get people employed as soon as possible so that they are employed either when the program ends or shortly thereafter. But we can never exactly plan when jobs are going to start. But we do say that no matter what, we're going to help you to find a job. Now we're good. Okay, so that brings us to the end of our planned presentation. Sharon looks ready with another question. So I'm going to take one from Sharon, and then I will ask if anyone else in the group has a question. Sharon.
So we do have another one coming through. And then the
Okay,
question,
I'm ready.
You're ready. Is there any possible growth for the program at a location eastern Montgomery County in the next few years?
So as of right now, we are held to having one Project Search program in each county. That might be able to grow in the future, but as of right now, I cannot guarantee that. Are we okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
So if somebody does ask a question, should I walk to them with the microphone?
Excellent. Yes, absolutely. So anybody else in the group today have a question to ask? Kevin. It is Kevin, right? Did I get that right? Awesome. Sharon, why don't you come over to Kevin and pass him the microphone?
Nice to meet you, Kevin. Here you go.
When do you send in the application?
Where do you send the application?
No, when?
Oh, when? By January 14th.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yes, Kevin's mom. I'm sorry.
Kevin's going to exit.
Yes.
He's going to be 21. He'll exit in June.
Oh, okay.
So we'll be going through Lankenau. So it's pretty much the same then.
Yes.
Same kind of
Yes.
January he would do his application.
I would check with them because every program runs a little bit differently. Mm-hmm.
Can we just answer that into the microphone? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if Sharon caught that. So the question was, if you can just repeat it, Sharon.
I'm sorry. Repeat.
Okay. So the question was, if someone, so for their family, their son is exiting this year, so he would be slated for the adult program out of Lankenau.
Okay.
And they asked about the timeline for that program. The answer to that is every Project Search program operates under a different timeline, and they should reach out directly to that program.
Okay. Thank you, Ellie.
The answer to Kevin's question for the microphone, when should he have his application in?
January 14th. I believe that was the date in the letter. I think I'm close. Okay, yes, 14th. Other questions in the group? Any other questions online? Okay. I think there was one more slide, Mark. Yep. So that's just my contact information. Again, it is in the application packet as well. But feel free to reach out at any time with questions, and I would be happy to address them as we go forward. I'm looking to see if there's another chat question that's coming
We
in.
have some fantastic feedback.
Oh, we have great feedback. I love great feedback.
This program sounds amazing. The student speakers were very impressive and did an excellent job public speaking about their time with Project Search.
I agree. Nicely done.
And we have a transportation question.
Okay, fantastic.
Okay. Would the home district provide the transportation? What else is required of the school districts?
So, school districts do provide transportation. Students, although they don't attend school physically, they come to the host business every day rather than going to school. They are still an enrolled student at that school district. So the school district has certain IEP regulations that they still need to follow. They still have something called an LEA that they need to maintain. However, predominantly, the day-to-day work of each of the interns is relegated by the Project Search program itself. Sending school districts do provide transportation unless the individual and family would like to have a different setup. So for instance, one of our interns this year drives. They transport themselves independently to and from the program, and that's fine. I'm just going to give it another second to make sure no other questions come through, and then we will set everyone free. Okay, so I want to thank everybody for being here tonight. We have enjoyed speaking with you. We hope that you've come away with more information about the program that will help you. And I do want to thank our interns and our special guest, George, for being here tonight and joining us. Thank you so much. You guys are fantastic, and we can't wait to get your applications. Thank you so much. Have a great night. Thanks, online folks. Right. Thank you.